Hey guys, True Knight here. So today we're bringing back a video series that I've done a couple of times in the past, and I kind of got away from it because the format was getting stale. It was the same thing over and over. Nothing was really changing. We all knew what was like what, you know. But recent ban lists. Today is the 15th of September. Ban list happened on Friday. Now we got a new format. So I'm gonna give you guys kind of like what I'm seeing out the gate, and we'll just kind of go week by week and see what we run into, right? So for week one, or weekend one of this new format, this is what I'm hearing, this is what I'm seeing, this is the general consensus of what's coming around with these decks. So I'm a casual player. I'm not by any means like competitive. Gonna go try and win worlds, gonna go try and win YCSs or anything like that. My goal is to take down locals anytime I go, and if I go to a regional, place within the top, like, I don't know, 30. So that's my goal. Don't know if I'll ever even compete at a YCS unless one comes to Colorado, but wanted to give you my consensus as a casual player of where I'm coming from. So in my first caliber, you'll see YCS calibers. These are all decks that can win YCSs, take them down. These are all decks here that can take down regionals. These are your local fiends or monsters. These are my dark horses where I don't know where to place them. And then down here would be for decks that I would consider maybe you don't run at this format just because too clunky, missing too much, or need something new. So as you guys can see, I have nothing in maybe next format because we're in a brand new format, man. We got to figure this format out. So, dark horses. These are decks that like I said, I'm not too sure where to place them. Unchained, Ubel, and Tri-Brigade. We're getting new Tri-Brigade support, so is that going to take Tri-Brigade to the next level? Is it going to make Tri-Brigade relevant? I don't know. How does Ubel fare this format? And how does Unchained fare this format? I don't know. Next up, locals. You got your Goblin Bikers, Flu, Ice Barrier, Draco, Horus stuff, Infernoble, and Sword Soul. I think all these decks are completely in the hands of the right pilot, able to take down locals any given night. Your regional competitors that I think are very strong decks too in their own right that could maybe even compete at the YCS level. We'll find out as the format kind of begins to identify itself. So I have White Forest in there. I just feel like you play a lot of clunkiness, and there's a lot of decks that play a ton of non-engine, so it's kind of hard for White Forest, but who knows, we'll see. Tearlament, I wanted to put them in Dark Horse, but I feel like it's really strong right now. So I feel like we're going to find out and see. I think Tearlament's going to make some noise this format. I think that Zodiac can definitely make some noise on the heels of the fact that you have Ryzel in there as well. Zodiac can definitely make some noise at a regional level. Kashtira and Fiendsmith fall into the same kind of particular confirmation. When you put them together with some Bystials and you're just making a deck that can eat hand traps alive, play a lot of nonsense, these decks can really cause a lot of gripe at the regional level. Voiceless and Sprite, even though they're two different playstyles, I kind of pair them together. Sprite is a great combo deck, and Voiceless is a great deck at doing what it does. Both of them are great at doing what they do. Even in this new format, I still think they're going to be good enough to take on some regionals. You can mix Ryzel with Voice's Voice. You can mix a ton of stuff with Sprite. Wait and see. The Azamina wanted like sinful stuff with Snake Eye Ash at 3, even things like that. Does Azamina Sinful Soil kind of make a rise again? I think it's definitely an engine that can be ran at regional levels, and I think it will be. I think we're going to see a resurgence of this deck engine, and so it'll be really cool. Centurion, I think, is a very, very good deck at what it does. I just think it needs a little extra new support to help it with its synchroing and its lines. And Tempai, like, Tempai is nuts. I didn't put Gem Knight in here because I forgot about it, but Gem Knight's the better version of Tempai, but Tempai can play 12 board breakers right now, and so I'm putting it at regional because all you need is an Imperm, Nash, a Veiler, Ghost Ogre, Ghost Spell to stop Tempai. So that inept like weakness is really what makes me nervous. Now, all the decks at YCS level. I'll get the 3 obligatory out of the way. K9, Yummy, and Draco Tail, who cares? Cool. They're considered the best decks. That's what Konami pushed for. Yada yada yada. Draco Tail is considerably the least strong of all of them. I think that K9's better than Draco Tail, and I think that Yummy's better than K9. I hate Yummy. I think Draco Tail tried to be cool, but even without getting hit on the ban list, it's still whatever. And K9's pretty cool. I'm gonna start mixing stuff with K9 on the channel, and we'll try out some decks with it. So, Vanquish Soul. Do not sleep on this deck yet. Yes, they lost 4 cards. The deck is weakened, but a lot of the top tier players are saying you're going from playing Vanquish Soul K9 to K9 Vanquish Soul. And that's really true. And there's a lot of engines you can mix in Vanquish Soul to try to make it work at a local level at least. I'm putting it at YCS because I guarantee you at Anaheim, guarantee you, K9 Vanquish Soul will finish in the top 24. Guarantee you. I'll make that bet on my channel now. Ryzel and Malice. Malice is a deck that after the ban list, anybody who knows me, okay, True Knight lore, anybody who knows me knows I like to play strong decks when they get weakened. I don't like to play them when they're at their strongest. Ryzel was a different consideration. I loved Ryzel out the gate, and so I played it all last format because it just appealed to me, and I love anybody who knows me, Ryzel turned into what I wanted Stellar Knight to always be. So I played Ryzel last format because of that, and I was infatuated with it. Malice is having the Snake Eyes effect on me of last year. I had no interest in playing Snake Eye Fire King, Snake Eye Fiendsmith, anything Snake Eye when it was in its prime. But at the end of the format, when Snake Eye became like the 4th best deck compared to Ryzel for that like 10-day period before they hit OSS and destroyed my dreams, I was in love with Snake Eye. I loved the Snake Eye Fire King deck because it was considered like the 4th or 5th best deck, and Ryzel and Malice just came in and took a curb stomp on it. And so I was just infatuated with it. And I'm having that effect now with Malice because now I see Malice is considerably weaker, but Malice can still do what Malice wants to do. So this format, I think you guys are actually going to see me play a bit of Malice because I want to try it out. So that's my 2 cents on that. Christian, you lost 2 of the spell, but boohoo, you can still do what you want to do. Mermill, you're unhindered. Like, there is no excuse. And Memento should have been right there next to it. I forgot to picture Memento. Sorry guys, I'm working too. Fire King. Fire King does what it wants to do, and it's very interactive, and it's going to take a good pilot, but a good pilot is going to know how to manipulate the turns to bend to their will, essentially. And Branded. Yes, I am a Pack supporter, and I love Pack. You guys all know that. I have a huge respect for Pack, and I think he's dope as a player. I think he's a really cool dude. And the guy kind of proved me right this weekend because he streamed a 5.5 hour tourney where he played a 60 card branded Draco Tail deck. And at the end of that stream, he said something that I thought was hilarious. He said, "Chat, every time I'm going second, I sided all the Draco cards. And the most broken part of my deck today was the branded cards." So branded might be making some noise this year, or this format. And I'm putting it in the YCS caliber right away because I know how good branded players are at playing their deck. So this may be the damn moment that they've been waiting for. Fusion came back to 2. They're getting ready to get a structure deck in the OCG that releases new branded stuff, because they, branded players need more new cards. Even so, Sword Soul can't get a damn new card or even a token, Konami. But yeah, don't sleep on branded. I skipped the regional phase because I think it's a lot stronger than that. So branded may have been a really good dark horse candidate, but this is just my prediction coming out to play. I think branded's going to make some noise. So that'll be it today, guys. This is what I'm thinking right now out the gate with the new format. Let me know what I'm missing. I know I didn't put Gem Knight on here and Memento. Sorry, I forgot those pictures, but I did talk about them and review them. And yeah, we'll just kind of further research this week as it goes, and I'll keep an eye on YouTube with all the topping deck lists and all those things, and by next week I'll have another video of these out. So that'll be it for me again today, guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm getting a lot of views and everything because of the new deck profiles that I'm doing on the channel post ban list, so it's really cool to see interaction. It's really motivating for me to keep going as a content creator, and I appreciate it. As I say at the end of all my videos right now, the world is a crazy place. All I ask for is, as a society, we try to find peace. Peace is the only way to move forward. No matter what your views are, even if I agree with you or disagree with you, I just want you guys to know that, bottom of my heart, I only wish to find peace, and I hope that we can carry that on as a community as a whole. So anyway, guys, be kind, be respectful, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!